Hey guys, welcome to another video today where I will be doing a bit of a review for the Lego set 75316 Mandalorian Starfighter. Now this set came out back in 2021, so not too long ago. I believe it's still available now, but it's actually going to retire very soon. And because of all the hype around the Mandalorian and Bo-Katan, all that sort of stuff, it's gone very popular and actually very hard to find now, and actually elevated in price and value. Now it consists of 535 parts and comes with 3 minifigures. I have it on this acrylic stand, which I purchased off a third-party seller, which I'll link in the description. He's in Australia and he makes some awesome, cool stands for Star Wars stuff. And I believe he also makes stands for other things as well, not just Star Wars. We'll take a closer look at the minifigures after, and I'll have a look at the ship now. So here's just a close look up of the ship, of the wings and the cockpit. The wings are pretty much identical, obviously just reversed. Cool little detailing and colors, and I like the use of the 1x2 little wedge pieces, nice little bits of tiling, and it's all connected with this pin connector thing with the ratchet. Now the bottom one here, I don't know if it's just mine or the build, but it is a little bit loose, I find. So I do wish it was a bit more sturdy, I guess. Now, like I said, I don't really know if that's just mine specifically or they're all like that. The wings do tend to be a little bit flimsy, but for display purposes, it looks great. Yeah, so the wings are cool, just down like that, and then goes a little sloped wedge piece at the end there to finish it off. Now, the front cockpit part is pretty cool. And so the build on the inside, the way it's actually connected is a little ball joint, which is actually, it's like one of these parts here. It's the way the front bit swivels is with one of these. It's sort of like in between there, which I thought was a really cool building technique. I thought it was, I wasn't sure what to expect actually. So the actual swivel part of it is which it actually swivels from there. So yeah, the swivel part's actually really cool and sturdy. The cockpit part, I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the gap they leave here. It's a cool cockpit piece nonetheless. I believe it's exclusive printing, I'm not too sure. I should probably do a bit more research before I review these sets. Actually, sorry, no, it's stickers at the top of this cockpit piece. I'm not 100% certain if this piece is exclusive or not. I don't think so. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of the gaps that it poses in between. I just really feel like they could have done a bit of a better job to cover the gaps. Now, the minifigure just sort of sits in there. There's no studs to put them in. So here's what it looks like with the figures in there. It supposedly is to fit 2 minifigures in there. Now, it's a very tight squeeze. Now, and I believe it doesn't close properly but does the job. Like I said, that gap just really bothers me for some reason. Yeah, it's got stud shooters on the side there. It's got stud shooters on the side. And the other part here, so this part here, for me, I just find it comes off really easily. Yeah, I just find it's not a very sturdy, stable build for the most part. But it looks cool. I guess that's what matters, but yeah. So here's a look at it from the back in flight mode. It's just comprised of these 2x2 little translucent yellow smooth parts at the bottom, and it's got a little rotating turret here, which is pretty cool. And then pretty much mirrored engines there at the back. So not a whole lot going on there. It is a cool little sturdy build at the back here. I like this whole back section and how that looks. So here's a view just from the front, just for those of you wondering. Little turrets at the front there, and the bottom. Very basic build with plates and wedges and stuff at the bottom. But again, it's just very flimsy and finicky. But once you have it sort of in flight position, stick it on the stand. Actually, you're good to go once you have it on the stand. Overall, a cool looking set, but I personally think it's just very finicky and fragile. Now, whether it's just my pieces, I don't know. But the main selling part actually is the minifigures, I believe. So without further ado, here is a look at the first minifigure, Bo-Katan. Such a cool figure and just very desirable. Awesome detailing. Now, there's no arm printing or dual mold legs or anything, but it's still very nice printing at the front and the back, and obviously the helmet, very nice printing, and just really sells the part of the character from the show and, well, the animated show and the Mandalorian. Now here is the hairpiece they gave her, which is this little bob cut hairpiece, which appears in a few other sets. It does the job, but they're releasing her in another set soon with a different hairpiece, which I think looks a lot better, but I think this one still looks just fine. Cool little face print with the metal band around her head. Here's just another quick look of her from the front without the hair or helmet piece and the double-sided face. It's crazy to think that she sells for about $40 on the aftermarket already, and this set is pretty much still out, but just very hard to get. Now, second on the list, we have this awesome figure here, Gar Saxon, who has just shot up in price on the aftermarket. He's worth like $80, which is crazy. Such a cool figure. There's not much need to be said, really. You've got awesome printing on the front and the back, and awesome head mold piece. Horns at the top. It's just such a cool piece. Now, that's an exclusive face for him too, which is pretty cool. But I'm very surprised they didn't give him a dual face, a double-sided face. But nonetheless, a very awesome figure to have and very desirable. Last but not least is this Mandalorian Loyalist, as it's described as. A basic figure, but still a very cool figure. They all come with that metallic sort of silver jetpack piece. Very nice printing on the front, as well as the helmet. No special printing on the sides of the arms or the back or anything on the legs. Now, unfortunately, they didn't give him a special face or anything. It's just a generic black stud head. Nice little printing at the back there. Nothing special. A cool figure nonetheless again. So here we have it in all its glory. Yeah, a cool little set to have. Unfortunately, pretty hard to find now. As I said, it's still available and not retired yet, but is retiring soon. It's just sold out everywhere. Yeah, because of the figures, and even the ship's cool, but I think the figures are the main selling point. Looks cool on the little stand I've got. Once again, I'll link the sell in the description. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.